first time I've dumped these out. This is my year's worth of Lake Michigan found Lake Superior Agates. Gotta be careful. Oh, there's some. I think they're all mostly agates. I don't recall putting anything else in here. All right, I gotta rinse this off. I'll be back. There's a couple things in here that, I'll be honest, I don't know what in the heck they are. Like, what is that? And there's another weird green one. I do remember finding those out. Oh, there's a nice nodule. I'll take these out of the water here in a minute. They're all awesome. I think some of the pieces are actually just carnelian, but that is, you know, a major component of a Lake Superior agate. So, okay, I'm gonna let these soak a couple minutes here, and that was a really awesome find. Okay, let them soak here. I'll be back. Well, everybody, I just wanted to make a video here of my year's collection of the Lake Superior agates that I've actually found on the shores of Lake Michigan. I have learned through reading many blogs and articles and watching some documentaries of sorts that it's actually considered a rare event to find them here on my local shores, especially in northeast Wisconsin, because of the glacial movement that occurred in the last ice age, especially the way they kind of dragged them down from the northeast to the southwest part of my state. They're in essence, they're harder to find over here than if you were to go 2.5, 3 hours northwest up towards Minnesota. All right, so it's a little show and tell here. I have inspected a lot of these under a jeweler's loupe, and like you can see that there's some banding. I would like to get a Dremel. I have a Dremel tool. I want to kind of get out some of that residual rock, and it looks like basalt or something. Hematite, possibly. Nice one. Oh, geez. This was one of my favorites of the year. I think I found this, oh man, it was like last December with the kids. Look at that nodule. Crazy. Yeah, I found in Algoma, Wisconsin. Right on the beach, and it was actually up in a dry spot after some wicked high waves. That's a sweet nodule. This is almost technically a geode, I want to say. You know, upside down. Whatever. That's awesome. This was a Kewanee, Wisconsin find. Similar to the last one here. Geode-like. Oh, this was another one of my favorites. Awesome. There's different names for the types of Lake Superior agates. I don't know what category this one would fall into. Probably, I want to say painted agate. I am still relatively new at collecting these compared to a lot of people. I've been at it for a couple years now. Nice one. I'm just trying to show these off quickly. This one's cool. You know, you always hope for finding, oh, these giant, like 1.5 pound agates, and you know, that's like winning the freaking Powerball. I've never met anybody that's found one that size personally. But hey, you never know. The gravel pits in Minnesota were sweet. As far as finding one that size here in Lake Michigan, oh my gosh, that would have to make the news. I think this is a big old chunk of chalcedony or carnelian variety of quartz. Excuse me. I like to call this a hurricane agate. There's some wicked, wild looping and banding in this. If I could get my camera to do video and macro, I would. I'm sure there's a way, I just don't know how to do it. But this would look just absolutely amazing if I could pull that off. Oh, let's see. A couple more here. That's a pretty one. And there's amethyst in this thing, which I think I found this back in April in Kewanee, and I was floored because I've never heard of anybody finding amethyst in any form, whether it be crystal, like quartzish points, or embedded in another type of rock. So if that's not amethyst, I don't know what the heck it is. Oh, these weird little, where'd those go? Oh, I'll show these quickly. I don't know if anybody knows what the heck those are. These odd green based stones. There was one, this I'll never forget. What the heck? That's not algae or moss. I scrubbed the heck out of this thing. When I brought it home, I soaked it in vinegar for a couple days, and it's almost like a marble that broke apart. I don't think it is. I would be surprised. You never know, but very unique and cool. Oh, let's see. These are my pretties. All right. There's a few agates in here, but most of them are only obvious on one side of them. I don't know. I think this is probably a water level. I don't remember where I found this one. That's limonite staining the yellow band there. That's cool. Just going through these quick. Oh, I have talked about it before in my video that I did in Minnesota this past summer. There are agates that you can find of like darker color varieties, and the banding is not always obvious. You know, these agates, the Lake Superior agates, don't always show up when they're, you know, like this color, which it's pretty much translucent in the sun. I'm not going to hold them up to a light here because it just doesn't work with my phone. But they glow like orange or red. But some of them, you know, they're opaque, such as this. And that last one I showed with, you know, it's a darker base on it. So yes, it is possible to find these beautiful gems from ancient times. That's how I like to describe them. On Lake Michigan. So never give up hunting. You know, you got to know what you're looking for. And if you get that in your mindset and you will automatically focus on that as you're walking up the beach. I don't care if it's early in the morning or later in the afternoon. You will find what you were looking for eventually. I mean, it takes a while to get into the hang of it. I think this is just like the middle of a nodule. So, yeah, today was opening day of gun deer season here in Wisconsin, and I am an avid hunter, deer hunter. It was a very interesting afternoon. That's all I'm gonna say. Another thing I will say is that the sandhill crane population up here has like exploded. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. The cranes were circling us today pretty much all day. It was like they were in a holding pattern in an airport, like they were planes, you know, waiting to land. And I heard from somebody that about a quarter mile away in a field nearby us, which I didn't see myself, but there were at least 300 of them. And they're flocking up, getting ready to migrate. And I'm fortunate to live in an area up here where we're in a major migration path for tundra swans and a lot of Arctic varieties of birds. And I did see some of them today, which was strange. That's the first time I've ever seen them here in November. They flew over. Those things are awesome. Oh, here's one of the eyes. Can you see it? My favorite eye agate. So yeah, gotta go to bed. Gonna have another, probably a long day out in 30 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts in the woods. But I'm diehard, so we'll see what happens. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all have a great night, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.